We still got a lot of questions to ask. Let's bring those questions to BI's China property analyst, Christy Hung. Christy, you've been able to look a little bit more on this report. How feasible do you think is this plan?
Right. So look at some T2 cities like Taiyuan, Harbin. If you look at that new home inventory, that's covering 11 to 16 years of sales.
Wow.
And that is how much inventory there is in the system. And if you think about asking local governments to absorb such sizable backlog, it might not be very realistic, and at the same time, it's not the best use of resources. Think about converting those into affordable homes. We probably don't need that many affordable homes in China, given, shrinking population.
Have we been able to map out at least what the hit to revenue would be? I'm not sure if I'm phrasing that properly, because the part of the plan is they will buy some of the units at a discount from distressed developers. So there's a lot there, right? You have to pick who distressed is, and then you have to figure out how much you're buying it for. Is that a good or a bad thing for some of the distressed developers? Is that what I'm trying to get to?
Right. So I think it does help them to purge the inventories. But I think my bigger concern is a lot of these inventories actually lies in lower tier cities in China, where the local governments have weaker fiscal capacity. So do they actually have the fiscal capacity to conduct such kind of purchases? Think about low tier cities in China. They haven't been able to sell land in the past 2-3 years, and that's also cutting off a major source of their revenue. And if banks are looking at these local governments, are they willing to, and are they confident in lending to these deals to support them?
What about the secondhand home market? And what do we look in terms of supply there?
Yeah, so I think, this policy looks at purchasing new home inventory, which is a good thing. But don't forget, we have very sizable secondhand home supply in the system. And, if we're looking at secondhand homes, this is the very reason why this downturn is very different versus 2015. We have a lot of secondhand supply, and in 2016 to 2020, China sold 9.6 billion square meters of new homes, and that's equivalent to 47% of all the new homes sold in the past 2 decades. And a lot of people who recently bought a new home, they're now thinking about offloading it into the second-hand home market because of a change in home price expectations. So buying new homes from developers is a good thing, but having sizable second-hand home supply remains a roadblock to achieving that supply-demand balance for the housing market.
Christy, fantastic. Thank you so much. Christy Hung, our Bloomberg Intelligence China property analyst.